Hey, my name's Ben. I'm building a game in Unity, and this is my devlog number 8. So thank you for joining me. I hope you find something useful. Before we start, though, I'm going to crack into the Mallow Laser Quest. Brewdog. This is a lovely little beer. Oh yeah, fresh, sweet. Yeah, just right. So this week it's been productive. Actually, very productive. Where to start? Look at this mess. I know. Let's just get into the game. So I actually spent a lot of time, especially on the weekend, doing some drone logic. I had these. Where are they? Oh, feeding him. Typical. These aliens are going to drop drones, or going to plant drones around the island. And these drones are not very friendly. Where is he gone? Why is he not showing? Oh, because I'm moving up there. What a plonker. Taking some screenshots earlier, so I'll move things around. So the logic with these is you get close to them, they acknowledge the movement, so that initiates a scan. The drone then spins its light around. If it finds you, it starts moving towards you. If you can hide, then it resets itself. So this is going to create a little challenge a bit later in the game where you have to avoid these drones. Oh, while we're here, look, we've got some shooting stars coming in now. Redid those using the VFX, the GraphFX. So they look a little bit nicer, a bit more natural. These ones are supposed to look like shooting stars rather than the aliens arriving, which I've also done some work on there. That's a bit later. So here we go. Here's a drone. You can see it just sort of floating there. Oh yeah, in daytime they don't acknowledge you, so it's just going to add a bit of ambiguity to the game. Like, oh, what are these? You know, you can walk into them, don't do anything, they're just floating there. There might be a challenge to capture a picture of one, perhaps, something like that. But where it gets interesting is if we're going into night time. Oh, you see, it's already. That's fine. Yeah, it's gone back to sleep. Cool, so this is where the challenge is going to come. I'm thinking there'll be a few of them and you need to navigate your way around them, ducking and diving. And this is what took me a while to figure out. The way that I came up, the solution I came out with, I can't speak, is the light actually fires out little orbs. And if those orbs hit a tag for the environment, it explodes. If it hits a tag for the player, then it knows it's found the player. So that way you can hide behind the trees, and if the orb hits the environment before the player, then you're hidden. That's how I got around it. So here we go. Look, get close. Light goes on. It's found me, and it starts moving towards me. And it always points towards you as well, which I thought was quite nice, quite sinister. So you know it's looking for you wherever you're going. What I haven't figured out though is how you stop them chasing you, or what happens if they catch up with you. That's going to come later. Ooh yeah, the mothership. So yeah, it's still coming towards me. There's this really annoying bug actually. I don't know if it's a bug, but the lights are pixelated, and I'm finding this with a lot of my lights now, and I can't work out why or what's causing that. I did some googling around, and no one else seems to have this issue. Some nice dramatic music. Yeah. So that actually took longer than I wanted, really. I spent pretty much 4 hours, I think, on Saturday coming up with that. Still needs fine tuning as well. So we got drones. We've got the story's changed a bit. I have watched so many documentaries and shows this week as well on aliens and UFOs, and got completely inspired by a load of shows. I watched this one around CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, and there's this whole movement, I guess, of people who meditate and make contacts with aliens, and this guy who's leading it, or is setting up this protocol and getting people to do this sort of thing, has this whole mythology behind it. It's got some really nice photos, and I wanted to recreate the sort of things that he was capturing on his camera, which is why I created this sort of, and this will do more later down the line. This is going to be part of the story, which I've now changed in the back of my mind. I haven't written it down yet. I'm just trying to do that with all these post-it notes, work out how this comes together now. But I really like this thing. I thought it looked really sort of cool and alien, it's kind of hypnotic. In night time it glows, it's like jellyfish. You've got a nice light coming down with it as well. Yeah, so this CE5 thing is interesting. It's made me think about the storyline actually a lot, and that's something I'm going to change. So that what else? I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Let me just stop the game for a second, see what's going on in there. Doobie-doobie-doo. Nighttime's all sorted in terms of look and feel. Yeah. The aliens, their first arrival. And I'm talking like you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, you know. But just before we go, look. So they got this weird sort of radio wave look to them, which makes them stand out from the shooting stars. There's this scene basically. Once you get to night time, you're gonna go into the campsite. Big bang, come out. You see all the shooting stars, which you think's all very natural. Obviously, take cameras. Then over time, these shooting stars are gonna sort of fade away, and the alien-looking things that we just saw are gonna start coming in, and that's gonna trigger the whole weird side of it. You know, the dark side of the island. So I've done that again with that FX graph. I think it's FX graph they call it, which is really cool. Actually, you can play around with that stuff and cut off some awesome effects. If we go to that alien, I downloaded. I got a free package from Unity, which I then just sort of hacked to make this alien. Where's he gone? That's mad. I'm not sure why he's over here. No, because it's not that one. That's something else. God, wake up. Here we go. So, yeah, you can play around with all this, you know, the variables and parameters, and this, you can create nodes and link nodes up. There's so many nodes, I don't even know. Yeah, I've just scratched the surface on them, but you can expose these nodes as well to make these variables accessible and reusable for the effect. So you could apply this effect multiple times and then change the variables at this level here, rather. So then it's like reusable code and effects rather than having to do it unique each time. So now I could just quickly create another one of these monsters if I wanted and change the colour to orange, and there we go. I love the way it fades into that colour as well. That was something I was going to look into, like having it constantly fade colours like that. But yeah, not a really nice effect. I spent a lot of time just playing around with this. As I say, I got a head start with the Unity package called Special Effects. Come on, let me find it. I've got to start crediting people and remembering to credit people, because a lot of the time I just install stuff, play with it, move on. If it looks good, if it doesn't, I just remove it. And things like this, which I'm going to keep, I am before I sort of publish the game, I will go through and make sure I capture every asset that I've brought or got for free, and credit people, which is only fair. I can't remember which one it is. Cool Visual Effects Part 1 HDRP support. Yeah, really good. Really worth playing. I had to hack around with it a little bit in the in that graph so that it works in the world rather than local. So that, you know, that's how it creates that trail. The trail is happening in the world rather than just in the local space. What else have we done? I think that might be it. I've been watching a lot of TV at night. Yeah, that's it for this week. Next week I'm going to talk about some new music, a new name. Yeah, this is something I've had on my mind, well, since day one really. I don't really like The Photographer as a name for the game. I think it's a bit of a mouthful. And if you've noticed, like I've actually called it a few things internally anyway, like The Weekend. I did call it The Island, The Break. I've had all kinds of names, and none of them really sort of fit right. So that's something else I've been playing around with. Is a new logo, new name, Broken Ego. Something now I've just said it out loud. Don't ever like that. I do like Broken, and there's a reason why I want to call it Broken. And I had a look. There's no other games called Broken, and it's not a trademarkable word. Well, yeah, you can't trademark a descriptive term like that, so it's free in that sense. But I think I need to incorporate the alien element in the title somehow, so that players know what to expect. And that's another reason I don't want to use The Photographer, because you're not just walking around taking photos. That's a small part of the game. And yeah, someone on Twitter mentioned actually the other day when I put a post up and they saw the aliens the other day, were like, oh right, so this isn't just an island that you're walking around taking photos. It's like, no, it's just, there's more to it. So yeah, again, the names I'm coming up with, I've been watching these alien shows, and as they put out buzzwords, I just capture. Sorry, as I've been talking, I just capture buzzwords. You know, things like Blue Book, Acknowledgement, Disc, Deep Freeze, Foo Fighters. Yeah, so I'm gonna change the name for sure. Just not quite sure what to yet. So I've been playing around with that in the background. And yeah, that's it for this week. Actually, I'm done. Cool. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed the video. This is good for me. I'm keeping track of everything now. I've got my little, what's this, a 9th or 10th video log. So it's always interesting to go back and see how things have developed. So even if I'm the only one watching these, that's fine. That's just a nice sort of journal entry for me. Whee. Right, I'm done. Bye.